wars that we fight, and where our soldiers go to defend our freedom, I can't help but think about what happened at Fort Hood last week, and how tragic that was on our own soil. And so this morning I thought I'd just read just a couple of paragraphs from our president's speech at Fort Hood yesterday, because I think it really captures how we feel about that loss and how we feel about the men and women who serve our country. We come together filled with sorrow for the 13 Americans that we have lost, with gratitude for the lives that they led, and with the determination to honor them through the work that we carry on. Their life's work is our security, and the freedom that we too often take for granted. Every evening that the sun sets on a tranquil town, every dawn that a flag is unfurled, every moment that an American enjoys life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that is their legacy. Neither this country nor the values that we were founded upon could exist without men and women like these 13 Americans. And that is why we must pay tribute to their stories. And I would add to that this morning that is why we are here today, to pay tribute to all the veterans who've served our country and allow us to live the life that we lead. Thank you.
We have with us today a real legend of Asbury Park. Not only was he a star athlete at Asbury High School, but for the past 58 years, he's been a loyal attendee at these celebrations. His public life is known to all, a life of dignity, of service to God, country, and community. It's my pleasure to introduce our former judge and prosecutor and dear friend of all of us in Asbury Park and our veterans, Chip Coleman.
I don't really need a microphone. I've spoken this building 50 years ago, but I didn't have a microphone. If you can't hear me back there, number one, you're lucky, but raise your hand. Thank you for putting me out of turn. I have to run a luncheon for Post 24 American Legion, of which I'm the commander, and I have to be there at noon, so I will have to depart. But I want to remind you all here of one thing. Today is Veterans Day. Veterans Day. This is not Memorial Day. We will never forget what we honor and who we honor on Memorial Day. But today, Veterans Day, is for the living. It was a very, I thought, very out of place commercial years ago for insurance companies saying, life insurance is for the living, not for the dead. Veterans Day is for the living. I'm a World War II veteran. My colleagues are perishing in these times at the rate of 1,200 people a day. Right behind it, not too far behind, Korean veterans, soon those from Vietnam, and then Desert Storm in Iraq, Afghanistan. We've been coming here for years and years and years at one place or another. And the reason I'm dressed like this, I went down to the lake today, but in any event, we will continue to come because we are veterans. We should be prouder of veterans. There's no greater honor than to serve one's country, whether it be in wartime, peacetime, or whatever. There are men here who served at the same time I did and probably looked death in the face. They're still surviving. They come here because they're veterans, and never forget that. And I'm just thrilled that there's so many people here. I think when I first came to a service back in 1951, there might have been 15 people. That was down by the lake. We now have that beautiful memorial. So it's thrilling for me to see this many people who care. And I ask you veterans to never forget, that's what you are, veterans. And be proud and don't ever let happen what happened after Vietnam when some of our returning troops were treated like they were not our people. Don't let that happen. Be proud of our fighting men. There are disagreements perhaps on, I don't think any war was ever popular with anyone, but these are our men and women fighting for us. So be proud of them and be proud of veterans. And I thank you for your time. And Mr. Chairman, I appreciate what you've done. I'm sorry I haven't voted.
Thank you, everybody.
On Veterans Day, we celebrate and honor veterans. But we should not forget on this occasion, there are others also who suffered. Suffered perhaps not the dangers of the battlefield, but suffered the loneliness and the absence of their loved ones. Unfortunately, too many of them suffered the loss of their loved ones as well. We are honored today to have with us a Gold Star father who would like to say a few words. It's my honor and the honor of all of us veterans to welcome Major Robert Quinlan.
Veterans are soldiers who have served on active military duty. Veterans Day is a recognition of those who have served our country. Their service was conscription motivated or voluntary, but all their service was dedicated to the preservation of the United States of America. We, as U.S. citizens, can be very thankful for the accomplishments of our veterans. Today, we honor and remember their service and sacrifice in the performance of their military duties. We are here today to give each and every one of them, living or dead, the gratitude of a thankful nation. Generations of families have served in military service for this great nation. Some families have done more, but all families have been affected by the service of veterans. Whether some acknowledge it or not, the service of veterans has allowed us to live and to continue to live in this greatest nation in the world. The USA has suffered and survived some of the greatest tragedies inflicted on any nation. Veterans have been at the forefront of most of these tragedies. Stories have been written about the effort of past veterans and will continue to be written about the future veterans. These are stories about American soldiers written in their blood with devotion to duty and honor. No matter what we say, we cannot say enough about the service of our veterans. You among us today who have served can be proud of your service. Those who have not served are the beneficiaries of the dedication of veterans. We acknowledge these services by honoring this Veterans Day and all future Veterans Days, those who serve in the military, and especially those who have given the ultimate sacrifice for each of us. God bless our veterans, all of you, your families, and the United States of America. Semper Fi.